Let's see what's in the April Tackle Club Freshwater Trout and Redfin box. All right, let's start off with the soft plastics here first. From Storm Lures, we have the Hit Shad. This is a little 3-inch paddle tail. Perfect little bait size imitation there for you to rig up on your preferred jig head. Big paddle tail on these ones. They are gonna have a nice big body roll with these, disperse a lot of water. I'm gonna think fantastic for redfin. Obviously if you're fishing the impoundments, I'd probably go like a slightly heavier jig head, anywhere from 1/4 ounce to 1/2 ounce even. Probably 1/2 ounce might be a bit too much unless you're fishing really deep water. But I normally go 1/4 to 3/8 is sort of my go-to for deeper water redfin. If I'm fishing more of the snags or some of the grassy edges, then I'm gonna go a lot lighter. I'll generally go as light as I can cast with the outfit that I'm currently fishing with. Next soft plastic that we have this month from Domiki is the Domiki D-Grub. This is a little 3-inch curl tail grub style soft plastic. That's gonna be perfect for both the trout and redfin. Now obviously you're gonna have to chop and change the jig head once again to suit the species and the area that you're fishing. If I'm up in the mountains chasing some shallow water trout, I'm gonna rig this on a fairly light jig head. Probably go a really light outfit so you can cast, 1/16 of an ounce right up to maybe 1/8 or 1/4 of an ounce. Should be absolutely plenty for those shallow waters. If you're fishing for redfin, once again, similar sort of idea to the Storm soft plastics. If you're fishing deep water, you want to go your heavier jig head, somewhere like 1/4 to 3/8 of an ounce. If you're fishing snaggy, weedy edges, drop that weight right back. But essentially this gives you a smaller profile to the Hit Shad and something that you can also work a lot slower with that curl tail because it's always going to be moving. Even on the pause, a lot of time you'll find just the movement of the water keeps that tail going, which is fantastic. But if you're after a smaller style paddle tail soft plastic, then from our friends here at Alternative Baits, we have a much smaller paddle tail. So with this, you're gonna wanna go a light jig head again. I'm probably gonna look at like a 1/8, 1/6 sort of a range jig head for these. Casting into the shallows, ripping it out. You can rig these weedless, but you just want to be careful what sort of size weedless hook you put on them, because smaller plastics like these can have their swim style sort of affected by these style jig heads. So I tend to just go with a normal jig head and just aim my cast on the edge of the weedy edges or the weedy drop-offs, and then that way you can let it sink down the face of it and then hop it back out and rip it out into a slow to medium retrieve. I've also got 3 different hard bodies here for you in this box this month. This is lunch. Not my lunch, but hopefully some fisher's lunch. This is a deeper diving hard body lure, pre-fitted with owner hooks, ready to go out of the box. Something like this is gonna be great for trawling behind the boat or the kayak, probably along some of those steeper drop-offs in the dam or impoundment that you're fishing. If you're fishing shallow streams, probably not the best pick for this unless you want this banging along the bottom of the stream and banging along the rocks. Could work out for you, but obviously be careful that you could be snagging up with the trebles underneath. If you want something shallower, then you're gonna jump over to the next one, which is from Rapala. This is the Rapala Ultralight Minnow. So a much shallower diving hard body as opposed to the lunch hard body that we have here. This one's gonna be perfect for your little shallow streams or even fishing right up in the shallows of the impoundments as well. Swim this over top of those weedy edges is another alternative as opposed to sinking soft plastics into the weed or in front of the weed. Then last but not least, we have a classic little trout spinner here from Celta. This is the Celta Classic Rublex in a twin pack. So you actually get 2 of them in here ready to go in case you snag one up, you've got a spare. But essentially what this is, the little spinning blade, and that creates a lot of flash and vibration and obviously attracts the fish in with that flash and vibration. Single hook out the back, so very simple to use. Just a simple cast out, let it sink down to the desired depth and then straight into like a medium retrieve. That's it for the Trout and Redfin box this April. If you want to check it out or any of the others in the range, just head to www.tackleclub.com.au, pick a box that's right for you, and welcome to the club.